Greetings, salutations, hello, and welcome to League Unlock. Eric and Mark with you guys, and if you are an OpTic gaming fan, it has been a roller coaster ride ever since they came into the LCS. They were second worst in the entire league in spring, and then they get into summer and get one game away from making it to playoffs, and then off-season comes, and you make all these big changes. You sign Meteos. Oh, great. Crown, former world champion. This roster is looking pretty good, and then you say, you know what? One jungler, not good enough. Let's bring on Dardoch too. We'll have Dardoch and Meteos. Maybe they'll role swap, maybe, I don't know what the plan is, but they got two junglers, Mark.
Yeah, I think the only person who might know what the plan here is the head of OpTic Gaming.
I don't think they know.
It's pretty crazy here. Yes, that was the bombshell that dropped last night on Twitter, seeing that Dardoch is announced with OpTic Gaming signing with them. And again, the interesting thing here is look at the wording of both of the announcements of Meteos and Dardoch. They announced them as junglers. They didn't announce them as that, hey, we've just signed Dardoch, he's going to be role swapping to AD. Oh, we signed Meteos, he's going to be our support. No. Both of them were signed as junglers. So to see them here, interestingly, in that announcement, I don't know what the exact plan is for OpTic Gaming with these two.
The best part of it all was they were their two most recent tweets on their Twitter page. They signed Meteos days ago, and they don't tweet at all until they say, hey, we got Dardoch too. So their top two tweets are two different junglers that they signed. Both should be starters in the LCS. Dardoch, I don't know if it's just a matter of no other teams gave him offers, or maybe he wants to be the star player on this squad as opposed to not being the featured prominent guy on someone like TSM. I don't know. I feel like he should have gotten offers from some top teams.
Yeah, it'd be very strange to think that someone like Dardoch, and especially given last year's performance and clean track record of no discipline type of issues with Dardoch, that you wouldn't have these type of offers coming through for a player of his caliber here in North America. When you're thinking of who he could possibly replace here at a lot of rosters, yeah, there's a lot of options here for someone with his ability, his decisiveness, that aggression that he's been able to show this past year. And given that, again, no issues with any type of behavior or anything during his time with Echo Fox, it is certainly a strange decision.
And you gotta feel bad for Meteos, because I'm pretty sure he specifically left FlyQuest because he didn't want to be playing on an academy roster, and they seemed set on starting Santorin, which is perfectly fine. He had a pretty solid summer split, but Meteos says, I want to start somewhere else. I'll go to OpTic. They'll give me that starting job. Everything looks great and dandy, and you look set to go and perform well on that squad. And then they say, oh, by the way, Meteos, we signed Dardoch, who was the second team All-Pro Jungler in back-to-back splits, which means you're probably not starting.
Yeah, and that's the crazy thing here is both of these guys, Meteos and Dardoch, are absolutely, without a doubt, currently still starting level junglers here for the LCS, and it is strange to see them on the same roster here with OpTic Gaming, and it's not in the same sense where if you saw this on Cloud9, we would have the confidence to look at that and look at the Cloud9 roster and say, okay, they're trying to implement something here, a platoon type of system, 7-man roster, what have you here. And when you're looking at OpTic Gaming and you're looking at the rest of this roster and what they have there, you're not implementing any platoon type of situation here, and if you are, it's a bad decision. That's a poor decision on your part if that's what you're going to do. But it doesn't look to be that way. And when you have Meteos and Dardoch on your roster here, you got to find starting time for both of these players, and they play the same role. So I don't know how they're going to do it.
And I'm sure neither of them are interested in going to the Academy League at all. But if they're keeping both of them, one of them's going to be doing that. OpTic also said that Dokla and Big are coming back. So, I mean, the issues don't stop there for OpTic. If you did sign Dardoch, why not bring on a young man named Lorlo, who he's played with before and I think would be an upgrade over Dokla, but they decide to bring him back. Why not reunite Lorlo and Dardoch?
Right, that seems to be, yeah, I understand you're committed to progression in Dokla's career and his play style, but I still definitely believe if you have the chance to pick up someone like Lorlo, who again has his own potential to keep improving upon and does provide you better immediate gameplay, why would you not make that type of decision and that type of pick? Again, as well, being friends with someone like Dardoch, as we've known for quite a long time, yeah, you don't need to always play with your friends, but usually you're going to play better if you have that type of motivation environment around in the team. So it certainly would have been a no-brainer type of decision to add someone like that, given that he's off of Golden Guardians, but sticking with Dokala. And I think that OpTic fans, they kind of deserve a little bit better, a little bit more communication from this organization, given how long they've stuck with them in other esports, or just joining them here and sticking out that early rough ride with the organization.
And I truly hope that they have some master plan behind this. I hope they've talked to Meteos about bringing on Dardoch, because clearly it seemed more set up that they were going to sign Meteos based on that other video. They filmed him, actual B-roll, he was with the team. Dardoch, it was just a picture. So that seems like it was kind of spur of the moment. There's this top tier jungler that's available. Let's just sign him and we'll figure out what to do afterwards. If that's the case, this is going to be a huge mess.
Yeah, and which I really hope it's not going to turn out into this type of mess, because I think both these players do deserve better and where they're going to be for this year, given their performances that they can give you. And I think the other thing to really remember here about OpTic Gaming picking up Dardoch, well, that leaves him off the market here for a lot of teams that were trying to get him, the likes of a Team Solo Mid and things like that. So now we have to see here these other announcements going through. But again, that leaves the question of, well, someone like a Team Solo Mid has not announced their jungler. Well, you don't have a jungler here, and you've got two here on OpTic Gaming. So I don't know exactly what you're trying to do.
Maybe OpTic is just genius level and just scoop Dardoch off immediately, and then they're going to field offers from other teams and kind of get something as a reward for it. But either way, I can't see Dardoch and Meteos splitting time effectively, because both guys want to start and deserve to start. And we're just waiting on the 80 carry spot for OpTic, but the rumors are still saying that Arrow's going to come back with Big in that bottom lane. If that is the roster, even with Dardoch, still probably a bottom 3 team.
Yeah, it seems to be that it looks like OpTic Gaming will once again be looking to fight their way up from the bottom of the LCS standings. And when you're looking at, hey, Arrow could be joining this roster, what is he going to give? Yes, Arrow did show quite a bit of synergy actually with Big that had been developing throughout the course of the summer split. I think that was a nice improvement for OpTic Gaming to kind of try and maybe build upon there. But one of the other rumors that we're hearing about this combination of Meteos and Dardoch here is that we will be getting maybe a role swap. So we could be even getting some of that spicy EU LEC role swapping going on here in the LCS.
I mean, it's probably not going to be to the bottom lane or for
I really hope
support, because Big's already coming back, so it could only be 80 carry. And if you're getting Arrow, I'm sorry, Arrow's a better 80 carry than either Dardoch or Meteos. So if OpTic's grand scheme and plan is a role swap, then top 3 is generous. They're going to be, or bottom 3 is generous. It's bottom 2 for sure. Probably bottom.
If they're making that type of role swap, I wouldn't have a lot of confidence in this roster moving forward, even less than we do already moving forward here into this split. And I think that, yes, when we talk about these bottom 3 teams, I would not give them a very good chance here to make it into the playoffs, but you never know. And again, with the likes of an OpTic Gaming, and you look at the likes of Crown, if he comes in and steps up that performance like we know he has been in the past, you never know what to expect from this type of lineup.
We'll see if Meteos and Dardoch are both still on the OpTic roster come 2019. I got a hunch that won't be the case.